Well, good morning. Good afternoon. How are we? This guy's chilling in the office. Don't know where he came from. Guys, it is October the 20th, and it officially became Groundhog's Day. This will be day number 8, I believe, that I've committed to my Idaho deer hunt, and I think that today should be the day. I've got today and tomorrow, and then we leave for Kansas for 5 days, and then I will be, if I don't fill my tag the next 2 days, I will be flying back on the 28th to hunt the last 3 days. I'm having a really good time getting out. I keep saying that, but I really am. It is starting to wear on me a little bit, just waking up early and headed out and then coming back and working and then heading back out in the evening. But that's what we want, right? That's what we enjoy as hunters, is getting out. It's not about killing an animal, but it's about the opportunity to be out and about in the woods. And we're having fun. We're enjoying this. But today we are headed out a little earlier. It is 4:52. I am picking up Logie at 5:15, and then we're headed to a new area I've kind of scouted out on my OnX and on Google Earth. It looks to be a really good area. This area is one of the highest peaks in the unit, and so we're going to get up really high and glass until we can find one. I'm thinking the bigger bucks are maybe a little higher than where we've been, so we're going to go to the top, and that should answer my question of where the big bucks might be. Anyway, Brian had to go home last night, and I actually took the evening off. I hung out here at the house with the family. We went to dinner, and yeah, it's always good to recharge your batteries a little bit. So on that note, let's go burn those batteries down. Guys, I was telling Logan I feel like I'm in Alaska behind my trail of sled dogs. This Chamberlain, this new First Light Chamberlain jacket, you're going to be on an ATV, a horse, or just like sitting behind the glass in the later hunts. This thing is a must. All down jacket, and I feel like I'm in a sleeping bag right now. I'm going to go back to sleep now. Whoa! Just kidding. Is there turkeys up in their roost flying down? Jeez, they're up here. They're way ahead. Sounded like an army of feathers going through the trees. Guys, we made it up here. Gonna hike this trail on out. Some really cool steep country. We might have to hire a mule train to get a deer out of here. But I wanted to see if the deer, the big bucks, are up high, so as high as we can get.
Hey, good morning guys. October 20th, a little past prime time first light I'd say. We spent our morning on this knob, blasting this big canyon and beyond. And same story, lots of deer, little bucks, tons of does. No big mature bucks. Ooh, haven't seen that deer yet. Like a doe and a fawn. Deer just seem to pop up. Gotta keep your eyes peeled on some of these brushy patches. It's been my favorite place to look for bedded deer. So, motivation levels are pretty low, but we're sticking with it. We're gonna keep hunting and keep moving, keep glassing. That's all we can do for now. But look at this country. I mean, you'd think there'd be big bucks up here. I did see a herd of elk. I had a big bull, 6x6, and it was with a cow that had a radio collar. Got some video of them just barely through the trees as they were walking through. But as it became first light, they were heading out of there as well. There's mule deer rubs all over in here. Look at these. Decided to walk through some of this brush, even though I don't want to, just to check things out. Red jungle. Lunchtime. I got a spoon, I'll stir it up. Been a while since I had a mountain house, but I had it in my little package, my little tote. So we're gonna cook it up. Thanks to Ken, he's got this little stove. What trail is it that you hiked?
Oh, the Appalachian Trail, 2016.
You did it all? The whole thing?
Georgia to Maine.
He keeps telling me about trail life.
Yeah, trail life. This is trail life.
This is
Boiling
the trail
water.
life. 6 months, huh?
Yeah, 6 months, 2,189 miles.
God, you're crazy, man. No wonder you're walking all over these hills. Keeps taking off on me. Here's our little perch. Looking over some big country. I'm convinced that there's got to be some deer in some of these brush patches and pine tree pockets, but we haven't seen anything. Looks like it's going to be another long day on the hill. So we're going to eat, glass, rest. I'm not sure what to do for the evening hunt. I'm kind of out of ideas, to be honest with you, on where to find a big buck. I haven't been able to pick out any deer in this brush. Nothing. Pretty slow. We have tomorrow. We have tonight, tomorrow to hunt. Same weather conditions tomorrow, just sunny and warm. I mean, look at this country. How do you not find a big buck in this? Well, I finally turned up a bedded deer. This is probably one of my best spots I've ever made on a bedded deer. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I've got the phone scope on it. She's right here. So far, it looks like a doe so far, but I can hardly see where its head might be. So I'm just going to sit here and study until she moves her head or he moves her head or whatever. But that spot, I'm impressed. I'm going to sit here and stare at it, see if I can figure it out. Well, we've been sitting up on this knob, this rock I should say, for about 2.5 hours. Glassed all this canyon behind me, snuck up on that rock, glassed into that canyon, snuck over to that rock, glassed into that canyon, and no mature bucks were to be had. It's a really cool spot, but it's not happening this morning. I mean, we saw deer, we saw 5-6 bucks and a bunch of does, but just gotta find that area where like the big bucks want to hang out, and I haven't found that yet. But what I have found is I really enjoy spam singles. If you guys have been watching along, I discovered these for myself this year, and just been coming up with some different recipes. If you guys saw the Nevada hunt with Brian, I brought some Panda Express hot mustard there and put it on there, and it was very good. Well, my refrigerator was out of
hot mustard packets. I've got some soy sauce. So I'm gonna do a little marinade in soy sauce. When I say marinade, I'm gonna put soy sauce in there for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna move it around, and then I'm gonna eat it just like this. That wasn't even close to 30 seconds, but don't like the little gelatin stuff that comes on it. Tastes like your grandma cooked a Christmas ham with soy sauce on it. It's wonderful. I told Logan to pack for an all-dayer, but there's not much more to glass. It's the big two canyons I wanted to look into, and I mean, if we sat here until evening, that'd be our next best bet, but we might go try something different this evening. It's a cool area. Glad I came in here and looked at it. I could definitely see there could be some big deer in here at some point in time, and there probably is, we're in the trees. So I'm gonna finish this. Logan's been taking some really sick naps for the last 2 hours. It's probably too late to go check it out now, but if you follow us on Instagram, and you were following us today on the 20th of October, you saw a lot of different cool angles of Logan taking naps. This feels a lot better. I don't know what we're doing wrong. I just told Logan, I said, you think we'd mess up and accidentally see a big mature deer one of these times. Hasn't happened yet, though. You know, the few mature bucks we've seen, I can tell you they are not just hanging out in the open. The 2 bucks we watched the other night, they did not get up until the sun was down and it was almost too dark to see them. And in the morning, you might see them for the first 15-20 minutes, and then they're in the trees or bedded down. So, I mean, you have to be to the spot at first light, glassing, if you're hoping to see them. But they're just not super active right now. And hopefully in the next week that changes. Hopefully they start moving around, start chasing some does a little bit. But we spent most of the day in there. It's about 1:30. Just got back. Got about an hour ride down to the truck. And then we'll make a plan, maybe go out tonight or do it again in the morning. 2 more days before we leave to Kansas. Gotta take advantage of them. But my kids want to go to a pumpkin patch tonight, so I might be doing that. You want to go, Logan?
Time for a little pick-me-up. Tiger's Blood Ignite. I've been using the Tiger's Blood Yeti. I've gone through 1.5 totes of the Tiger's Blood Yeti, but I don't think I've ever had Tiger's Blood Ignite. So I'm going to try that. Also, strawberry airheads for some sugars. Oh, by the way, that deer I glassed is a doe, and she was with another doe and a fawn that stepped out. It's good, not gonna lie. I'd have to put pink lemonade and green apple above this one. But very refreshing indeed. This is my little nook right here. I sit right there, glass, glass, glass. That's all we're doing. There's deer in that patch. This morning I saw deer in that patch. Guessing there's gonna be deer coming out of that. And I've picked this stuff apart and I'm starting to think there's probably no deer in those patches. Ken's getting itchy finger, trigger finger.
I'm getting anxious.
See, the sun's going down. So now till dark is our best chance to see a buck. So earlier Ken spotted a deer in these pine tree patches. We decided we should get up high just in case he does come back out tonight where he went in. I think we're gonna just kind of work this backboning, but keep an eye on that spot, because if a buck comes out, the one that he saw, he'd shoot it. Beautiful country, beautiful, beautiful country up here. Just need some bucks. Why can't they ever be a buck? Come on, show me the bucks. Last light, always running around, trying to get one last look. That's a wrap for, what is it, day 4? This is last shooting light, like these last 2 minutes. Right now is last shooting light. Posted up, did a lot of moving, a lot of glassing, found some more does. Man, I wish I had a spike elk tag. Got some really cool phone scope footage of this little spike elk posted up on the top of the ridge, right on the backbone. Made for some really cool skyline video, but back at it tomorrow. Go back to camp and cook some good dinner. Potatoes and steak. and then get ready to do it all over again. Can't complain about that. Alright guys, check this out. This is what you call leftover supreme skillet. Everything we had left over, we have one elk burger in here, cheeseburger. Leftover sweet potatoes with onions. I chopped up some new potatoes, and it has bacon, sausage, potatoes, and then all the burger and everything I showed you. We have elk steaks, which by the way, these were awesome last night. We had 3 chunks of elk steaks, so we're cutting those up to just heat them real quick. We do have leftover mushrooms, which I might heat these up to put over the steak, and chips and salsa and guac, a little bit of everything. This is the meat lover skillet, Camp Chef style. Trying to eat all our leftovers. There you have it. That is a man's meal. Meat and potatoes, basically, all kinds of meats. You melting some cheese on yours?
Trying, dude.
I need
It's
a
not
safe
really
place.
melting. I'm wondering if it's in defrost.
I need a safe place to put that. Oh, it hurts. My guts. The mound of potatoes and meats is kicking my trash. I think my stomach shrunk on the mountain today, because I was so hungry when we got back. I ate a lot of chips and salsa and a lot of peanuts. But this thing is crushing me. It's good though, huh?
Yeah. It's delicious, man. Best I had in a long time.
Yeah. That's going to be it from us, guys. When we're back at it in the morning, we don't have a game plan. We typically don't have a game plan until we go to bed and set the alarm. We'll either do one or two things, so if you want to find out what we do and how the last day of our hunt goes, make sure you watch tomorrow's video. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. And we'll see you guys in the morning. So adios from Ken's camp. See ya.